Now you can send this entire comic book template out to your students so they can look through all of the layouts and decide how they would like to do their assignment. You could just send them to a blank page so that they start from scratch to create their own comic, or you can actually choose and customize a template that you would like to push out through Google Classroom, Canvas, or Schoology. That way you can set some parameters for your students as they're working. So for example, let's say as the teacher, I'm looking through and I would like to use this template. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and I'm going to right click and delete all of the pages that I don't want. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to make some customizations. So maybe there are some specific things that I would like them to include in their comic strip. For example, maybe the students are coming up with their own creative writing comic strips and they are coming up with their own stories. So as the teacher, you might add, say, I want you to use this template. So you're going to have a story that specifically has 8 different events. So then as the teacher, you could come in and you could fill in, for example, I want this to be the setting and character introduction. I would like this to be the first incident in the story, and then so on and so forth. You could say the rising action, the climax, falling action, the resolution. That way you can create this with some parameters and guidance for the students. Once you've gotten the template exactly the way you'd like it for students, you could highlight and lock some things down. So for example, if I use this lock in the upper right-hand corner, I might not want my students to be able to change the size and position, but I am going to allow them to change the style and the content so that way they can add a little bit of their own personal flair, but I want to restrict them to a specific story that only has these specific elements involved. Once you're done with the template, then you can easily push this out through Google Classroom, Canvas, or Schoology. If you don't know how to do that, go to our Lucid for Education YouTube library, and there's a whole playlist on integrations, and it'll walk you through step-by-step instructions about how you can send templates out to all of your students so they'll each get their own copy to work on.